how to ensure that it stays calm and free of conflict is something which is a common priority. Happening in the US Congress is of interest to us if it impacts our interest or could impact our interest. Often countries do not take a position when some other country is a victim of terrorism, which they would do when they themselves are.
The Quad members also expressed concern about the South China Sea. I'm wondering if you have anything to add on or share something on in terms of the conversations. And the US also plans 500% tariffs on import of Russian oil. I'm wondering if there were any discussions.
You're talking of the Senator Graham's.
Right. So if there were any discussions on that front too.
Well, on South China Sea, we had there was some discussion because, as you know, that is an issue of great concern, not just to Quad members, obviously to Quad members because we are all maritime, but to the region and in many ways to the world as a whole. And a lot of the issue is really issues pertaining to UNCLOS, and, you know, there's been a tribunal verdict there. And the issue is to find a sort of a solution to the disputes which are there pertaining to that. And obviously the Quad members all have a shared interest, because for us it's a very important international waterway. So how to ensure that it stays calm and free of conflict is something which is a common priority. Regarding Senator Lindsey Graham's bill, well, obviously, you know, any development, but you know, which is happening in the US Congress is of interest to us if it impacts our interest or could impact our interest. So we have been in touch with Senator Graham. The embassy, the ambassador has been in touch. I think our concerns and our interests on energy security have been made conversant to him. So we'll then have to cross that bridge when we come to it, if we come to it. On the terrorism issue, again, look, it is a fact that countries, often countries do not take a position when some other country is a victim of terrorism, which they would do when they themselves are. We have, in that respect, honestly been much more consistent and principled. That we have, when terrorist incidents, attacks happen elsewhere, outside India, we have largely followed the same position that we have taken when they have happened in India. So, is your point that others not doing it? My answer to you is yes, you are right. Many of them are not doing it or not doing it sufficiently enough. And part of diplomacy is to exhort them, encourage them, persuade them, motivate them to do that. And which is why it's important to speak up, and which is why it's important to carry them with us to the best possible degree.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.